right, my beautiful glam sisters, let's get started. So we are going to do a lot of stuff today. We have the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Stick, as already shown in the intro. That's kind of the star of the show, alongside the new Caliray shades from their eye brightening illuminating concealer. This is a 3-in-1 product, so I'm so excited. I really like this formula. There's no coconut derivatives in any of this stuff that I'm showing you guys today, so I'm very, very happy to report that. We will kind of try out some of these products that I don't use very often on my channel, like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. If you want the full in-depth review of that, definitely check out that video, but I think we're going to apply this one today just because I do Hourglass a lot on my channel. You guys know that's my #1 concealer. I just did the brand new Estee Lauder reformulated version of the Double Wear concealer, so you guys can check that out if you haven't. That is going to be available at Sephora very, very soon as I'm filming. It might be already up there by the time you guys watch that, but you can definitely check out that full review and get my opinions on that. Fantastic concealer, but not good for ladies that have enlarged pores or acne prone skin. So Hourglass will remain my #1 for right now, but I do really like this concealer. I just haven't used it in a long time. Today we're going to use my Armani Luminous Silk Foundation just because this is one that I really love at Sephora. You guys know my NARS Sheer Glow is my holy grail, but they don't offer Sheer Glow anymore at Sephora because it's one of their original foundations. So that one's only available on, I get it on eCosmetics just because it's a really good deal, and I'll put the link right there. You're gonna get a better percent off than you would even in the Sephora sale. And it's also available at Macy's and obviously NARS.com. So I will have all the links to that if you want to check out my #1 foundation. This is up there. I mean, this is probably like #2, #3, probably #2, just because it's been around for so long and it's been a tried and true for me. And actually my niece is going to use this on her wedding day, which I'm so excited because I am doing her makeup for that. So we are going to utilize this one in 5.75. I kind of range between 4, 5.75 and 6 sometimes if I'm like really self-tanned. So let's start off with, I have my dermatology eye masks on, so I'm gonna start off getting some nice hydration there. These are 20% off with my coupon code Kristi20 at checkout. I will have the link in the description box below. For all of these products, just keep that in mind, but you guys know this dermatology eye patches, chef's kiss. So I will put the QR code where you can shop this entire video and all of my top Sephora recommendations right there. I am not going to do the traditional video of making it all about just Sephora recommendations, just because for me those don't perform as well on my channel, and I think people just like to see kind of more try on stuff. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I may just kind of pop in shorts along the week, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my niece is getting married soon, which I do have to travel to, so I might be off some weeks, but I'll keep you guys posted in the community tab. Remember, if you aren't already subscribed, please remember to hit that subscribe button and please hit that notification bell. I have been hearing lately that people are getting unsubscribed from my channel. I had one beautiful Glamfam sister that was like, Kristi, I keep getting unsubscribed, and I know I'm not doing it. And I mean, I can't unsubscribe for you guys, but so if that happens, just periodically check that you're still subscribed to my channel, and also notifications. I hear that a lot on even other channels, not in the beauty world, but just periodically kind of check through that, because you don't want to miss my sale. You know, like sometimes it's like a 2-day sale or something like that, and I'm letting you guys know as best as I can, like about that kind of stuff, especially Sephora sale dates. So you don't want to miss that. So just make sure the notification bell on so you can get notified for all of that. But let's start off with this Dior, and this is their Lip Glow Oil. I really love this product. This has been a tried and true of mine. I think this is like I'll put the shade right there, but I don't remember. This is my favorite color out of the bunch. It's kind of like a corally, even though it looks orange, as you guys can see right there. It just is a perfect shade for my tone of lips. If you have something similar to me, go with the tone that you have. But ultra moisturizing, I have to say. My lips are so dry. My allergies are out of control, so you can see the redness going on right there. The struggle is real. So I've been blowing my nose a lot. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's go in with my normal prep. So what I've been doing lately and I've been loving is mixing. This is the Olay Super Serum. I did this in a video a couple videos back on my birthday get ready with me. You guys can check that out. I introduced this product. This was sent to me in PR and I love it. It's really, really good. And then I like to mix it with the water cream. I don't do this all the time, but I like to do it sometimes. So I'm just gonna do it on the back of my hand. This is the Dermatology Water Cream. If you're new here, I cannot start any makeup look without this product. So I will be using this for my niece's wedding because it's so good. And I did prep my skin already this morning with my Caliray skincare products. So you can check out my full skincare routine that I just did, the AM and PM. I walked you guys through everything. It's always on my website, just so you guys know that as well. But I just walked through all that, and I only use Caliray to prep my skin, so I don't really use anything at Sephora. I used the multi-action cream this morning, which is just my holy grail. So that's already absorbed, and you can see like my skin is super hydrated right now, but that perfect amount where it's not greasy, which I absolutely love. Did I just get lip oil on my face? That was special. Let's see here. Let's try to wipe that off. Don't do that. Don't do that, my friends. Okay, so we're doing the Olay Super Serum. I just do about one little droplet of that. I think we're okay. We're just gonna use the palm of my hands because I mistakenly put I should have done my lip oil afterwards, but we'll use my pinkies to spread that apart. And my fingers. Try not to use the finger that I used for the lip oil. I'm just gonna bring that down. Look at how smooth that is. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. And so far, this hasn't affected my skin, so very happy about that. I don't really smell a fragrance anymore. I thought I had a slight scent to it, but I guess, I don't know. Does it? I don't remember it. Nope, I guess it doesn't. Okay, so I really like that, you guys. Do you see how it leaves this beautiful, like, iridescence to the skin? So gorgeous. That was on sale, and I let you guys know. Ulta will always have sales, so just keep that in mind. I have been really liking this stuff, too. This is the Hydro Plump from Dermatology. I used that this morning, too. It just kind of plumps up your skin. You can mix it in. You can even do this now. Whew. I don't like the sprayer on this. I might change it to a different bottle just because I don't really like the pump on this. It kind of is aggressive. I need to let them know about that. But yeah, other than that, the product is phenomenal as always. Again, I'll have the QR code for Dermatology. You can just shop all of my favorites there. And always remember, you get 20% off on every order, just so you guys know that. All right, let's put some hair behind my ear and let's get into this. So I am gonna prep my skin with some priming. I'm actually gonna just use, yeah, we're gonna do my same method because I've been getting derailed lately. This is NYX Frizzy Face, and I'm like, why? Sometimes I forget to use this, and then I look at my makeup at the end of the day and I'm like, it's not the same without this stuff. This stuff is just, it's unreal. All right, try not to use that index finger. And I put this all over my face, but you could just put it where your pores are, however you want to do it. I know this is not Sephora. And then I'll just kind of pop in some recommendations. And remember, you can just go to that page right there and I'll have more recommendations that I'll just kind of keep adding to the list. But makeup is so personal. The one thing I just ask you guys, if you decide to purchase anything during the sale, which by the way starts April 4th, sorry, I should have started off with that, for Rouge members, and it continues through the 14th, and Sephora Collection 30% off also starts on the 4th. And then I'll put the dates for Rouge, for Insiders and VIB right there as well. I don't know those off the top of my head because when I last saw it, it wasn't available yet, but it's usually like a couple days after. So anyway, let's get into this. Let's do the primer. Let's do my Dermatology #1 primer. Try to use the last of this one before I use the new one. I'm just gonna put this one where I want extra smoothing. There's just nothing better. You get 20% off with my coupon. Why waste it on a primer at Sephora if you're on the market for a primer, a good smoothing primer, kind of like that Benefit Professional, but much better? Then this is, I mean, you guys know. If you know, you know. Let's do the Armani now. So this is, again, 5.75. For my girlies out there that are the same skin tone as me, this is my perfect shade. My perfect shade. So we're going to start off with two, kind of 2 pumps, almost 1.5. And I'm just going to spread that around. I like to do this with my fingers first. You guys know that. And then I just go in with the brush. And I'll get into the details of the contour as soon as we get to that portion, and the concealer, the color corrector. So stand by. Just trying to jump into this portion first so I'm not wasting too much of your time. I always appreciate you guys. That's all I need. I always appreciate you guys taking the time with me, and I'm trying not to, you know, take up too much of your time. But I know a lot of our Glamfam sisters like my longer videos, so thank you for sharing that. We're just using, this is a rougher BO2 brush. Just washed it. I need to wash my BK Beauty. Did I wash it? Oh, I did wash it. Oh well. This is the 115. This brush right here is my favorite foundation brush ever made. This is the new BK Beauty, and this was part of the core collection, and this was the 115. Love this brush so much, but we're already using it, this foundation on this brush, and I don't want to mix it, so because then I can use that for a different foundation. This one is just as good. Let's go into these color correctors. So let's talk about the details of this product. I did receive this in PR, and I absolutely love these color correctors. I actually like this one even more than the Makeup Forever one I just reviewed. So I have 3 different shades. Now, this is not a new product. It launched last year, I want to say, but they do have 2 brand new shades. Now, this is the too light for me. This is Dawn, I think it's called. And that's more for fair skin. It has pink undertones, but it was a little too light for me, but we will go over the shades in just a second. I just want to quickly touch on these details. So this is the Caliray Hideaway Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Color Corrector Concealer, and they retail for $28 US. You get 0.25 ounces and 7 mils of products. We're looking about $4 per mil. This is made in France, and it does have a 6-month shelf life. Keep in mind, most clean beauty products are going to run anywhere from 6 to 12 months just because you're using cleaner ingredients, and those expire faster. So this is a clean, long-lasting, lightweight, serum-like color corrector that instantly brightens and hydrates under eyes to conceal your dark circles without any caking or creasing. What I love about this unique formula is that it's actually an illuminator, color corrector, and concealer hybrid. So it's a 3-in-1. It looks invisible, but yet it conceals your dark circles for a creaseless, lifted, and blurred effect. Now, they say you don't need a setting powder, but just remember that's individual because it's not supposed to cake or crease. If you're not a powder person, I think you'll be safe with that. But this is a hybrid concealer, so you can use this as a concealer instead of putting something on top of a color corrector. If you're looking for more of a natural finish type concealer and you just want that all-in-one, this is your product right here. This has a light to medium buildable coverage that smooths and hydrates with peptides and 3 forms of hyaluronic acid. Let's take a look at the full ingredient list. We have water as the first ingredient. Then you see caprylamethicone, isododecane, and some of the other products that are smoothing and blurring, but I do not see any coconut derivatives. You do have synthetic mica, which is also known as synthetic fluorogite, and you also see caffeine and vitamin E in there. So really, really excited to show you guys how beautiful this is. And I definitely recommend this for the Sephora sale. It's available in 10 shades now. And the 2 new shades are the ones that I have to demo for you guys today. But we have Dawn, as I already mentioned, and that's a fair with pink undertones. So if you're fair skin and you like more of those cool pink undertones, this is a beautiful shade. And then we have the two new shades, which are Sunlight, and that's the one that's my favorite shade. That's light medium with peach undertones, and this is for my neutral girls. Leaning, you can even do for my warm, actually for really anyone. I mean, this is a really, really beautiful shade, and it's my perfect shade. But I can also go with Radiant, and that's light medium with a pink undertone, and that has more of a cool undertone, just so you guys know that. But I really like the peachy ones on myself. Now, if you're trying to really color correct, you don't want to go too light, just so you guys know that. All right, let's dive into the application. But let's start off with the darker one, I think. Yeah, let's start off with Radiant first. I'll show you guys the flex tip right there. That's so cool. All right, so we're just gonna pop that right there and right there. So actually that could work for me too. Let's just do one side just so you guys can see, and you can use a finger like that. Actually, that's very brightening on my skin. They do have a brush. It's not available at Sephora, but it's available on their website. It's a travel brush, and this is $14 on the Caliray website. So I will have that link below, but this is not, I'm sure maybe eventually they'll do this at Sephora, but this is a nice one. I actually like travel size brushes because I have smaller hands, and it allows me to like really get back there. Because remember, more coverage, you'll hold closer to the, this part, the ferrule, you'll hold closer to the brush. And then if you want lighter coverage, you'll hold further back. But wow, okay, that's pretty. So that one definitely works for me. So that's a cooler undertone, but I really like that. Let's get my magnifying mirror. Yeah, I really like that, you guys. That's really pretty. I've only tried this one, and I had it, I thought I hit record and I never recorded that footage. So that's why I know the formula I really like. I just didn't know these shades. Now we're gonna do Sunlight on the other side just so you guys can see what that one looks like on its own. I'm only doing a little bit just because I want you guys to see the colors. So this one we'll do with the brush, and you can just tap that in. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, both colors work for me. I like this one a little bit more. This is for my natural skin girlies, and this is for I want a little bit of brightening. Gosh, both of them are really good. So I would say this one's gonna lift you a little bit more because it's a little bit more brightening, where that one's just gonna blend effortlessly into the skin. So it really depends. I am more of a neutral undertone, so I really can go like either peachy tones or more cooler undertones, and both of those kind of look good on me. I'm beginning to learn. I thought I was more olive, I thought I was more warm, but as I've gotten to know my skin more as I've aged, I've realized what my true undertones were. So nice, I like this one, but I like this one more. So if you're a twinsy to me, and you want something more lifting and brightening, I would go with the Sunlight. But you still can't go wrong with the other one. So let's put the Sunlight over here. I think I'm gonna put that one right there. Let's build it up. I'm gonna put it right there. Let's build it up right there. Just because. Just because I wanna blend this in. I like it. I like it a lot. Once it blends into the skin, I'm gonna use my sponge. It just really flawlessly blends in. I mean, truly, you don't really need a concealer over this. I might do a little bit, but you really don't. Now let's use Dawn, the lightest one. And I am gonna actually pop this in. And actually the lady from the PR company that I was working with, she said to do this with the Dawn. Inner corner, and you can even put it slightly on the brow bone there, to give those little bit of a highlight there. This has a cooler undertone. I'm gonna go in with my finger on this. Then we'll blend it in after. Oh yeah, look at that. Don't worry, just blend with your finger until it's all the way blended in. Now I'm gonna take the brush with the remainder of the other one and just blend in further. And now you have a nice inner, oh, I like that, you guys. I really like that. You can even take a little bit of that lighter one to really lift up there. I really like that. Wow, that's pretty. You guys, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, let's look in the 10 times magnifying mirror. Do you see how effortless that is? I mean, it's not covering up because it's a light medium coverage. It's not covering up like my little freckles right there, but it gave me just enough color correction. I had a little bit of darkness going on there. So I could even do like a snatch more. I'll take the darker one now. This is the Radiant. Let's just try that. Let's go in right here. And I'm gonna actually do this with my finger. We're just playing. We're playing. We're gonna see how buildable this is. It is self-setting though. I can feel it setting down. Even though it delivers like radiance at first, it's definitely self-setting. And really just with, I actually kind of just like it with the finger too. I'm gonna just take my foundation brush now. And this is what you can do to really blend it if you're not gonna put concealer over it. I always like to do that. It's just whatever's left over from the foundation, you can just blend. See how that just blends effortlessly? I really like this formula, you guys. I mean, it just looks so good on the under eye area. It's so good. It's really, really good. Wow. You guys, that's pretty fantastic. All right, let's just do a little bit of concealing because we are gonna do more of a glam look. So I think I'm gonna go with shade 8. This is ABH, and this is a light medium with warm undertones. And I'm just gonna do a little bit right here, a little bit there, and a little bit underneath my nose there. For 36. And then I'll use my sponge. I also have shade 9. I like them both. I can't remember now because it's been a while since I've done that video. I can't remember what shade I used in that video. I'll put it right there, what shade that was. All right, let's get into the contour stick. So this is brand new from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I was to try this out because the original contour stick had cocoa capric in it, or caprylic capric, one of the two. It had coconut derivatives in there, so I was like, ugh, that one I could never use. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Smooth Blur Cream Contour Stick, and this retails for $32 US. You get 0.28 ounces and 8 grams of product. Again, $4 per gram. This is made in Korea and it has a 12-month shelf life. This is available in 4 shades, and I will go over those shades in just a second. I did go with shadow, light to medium skin tones. This new contour stick is supposed to deliver an ultra smooth, undetectable, blurring, natural radiant finish. This gel-like cream formula is designed to sculpt and define your features with a dewy second skin finish, and it is supposed to be lightweight coverage, so you are getting a natural finish with this. I have yet to try it. This is going to be a first impression, but I'm really excited. So let's go over those ingredients really quick. We have dimethicone as the first ingredient, but again, I don't see anything in there that is pore clogging. You do see even vitamin E in there. So excited to see what this finish is going to look like. I usually don't like dewy type formulas, but just judging by the texture when I swatched it, I don't think you're going to get like that greasy dewy look. I like that. So I'm really, really excited to put this on my face. Now, again, this is available in 4 shades, and let's touch on those 4 shades really quick. So we have half tone, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. That's available on the ABH website, and that is for fair to light skin tones. Really pretty. That has a really true cool undertone if you really want that shadowing effect, and I think it looks really beautiful on fair skin tones. I couldn't decide between that one and shadow, so let's take a look at shadow, and that's for light to medium skin tones. This is the one I'm going to demo today and the one I purchased myself, and I think this is going to be my it looks very dark when I'm looking at the actual swatch, which I'll show you guys right there. It looks really deep, but when you look at it on that light to medium skin tone right there model, it's definitely got some good depth to it, but it also looks pretty natural in my opinion. And then we have core shadow, and that's for medium to tan skin tones. Really pretty, especially if you really want that harsh sculpt in there. Not harsh, but more bold, I should say. Sculpting, really, really pretty. And then we also have Cast Shadow, and that's for tan to deep skin tones. So really nice for my deeper skin tone ladies. But I did want to show you guys that because not everybody's the same color tone as me. I don't have those to demo, but at least you guys are able to see it. This is all on the ABH website if you guys just want to refer to that. But I like to show that just in case any of you are darker skin tones. You're like, what does it look like on darker skin tones? I don't have time to go search for it. So that's why I like to show that stuff. So really gorgeous packaging. Can we just focus on the packaging for just a second? I mean, it is beautiful. Typical ABH, gorgeous packaging. Speaking of beautiful packaging, when I picked up this contour stick, I also got the Glow Seeker highlighter in Ethereal. You guys know I love the Sun Glow, the more yellow undertone. This is more of a neutral undertone, and I'll show you guys the comparisons right there. I mean, I love both of them. I haven't tried this on my face yet, the Ethereal, but I love both of the undertones is what I'm trying to say. Gorgeous packaging. Can we just talk about how beautiful that packaging is? And I really love this formula. I'll show you some B-roll footage of the other shade just so you guys can see I've applied it in other videos, but just beautiful. So I cannot wait to try out this newer shade. All right, let's get into the contour stick. I'm not going to apply blush yet because I want you guys to be able to see what this contour stick looks on its own. So again, you're getting a good amount of product, and there are 8 grams of product. This will last you a long time. So I don't like to go all the way up when I'm applying it. I kind of just go about a quarter of a way. And typically, I personally like to go brush to skin, but we're gonna try just doing it on your skin. So you can start right here and go up there. There's no rules in makeup. Do you and what makes you feel beautiful. Or you can kind of go like that if you're kind of creating more of a structured look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that right there and I'm gonna kind of curve that down. That's just how I personally like to contour. Now I'm gonna take the brush that they used in the video because I have it, and this is the ABH A30, I wanna say, brush. I think this is available at Sephora and Ulta. I will have all the links, you guys, clickable links that you can utilize like for that brush right there. The YouTube link, I think it's on that side. I always get the sides wrong, but you can click those links and it'll take you directly to the Sephora site. And just pulling that in. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think I could have done halftone too, but I like more of a bolder contour, so that's really nice. I just wasn't sure if it was gonna emphasize my texture because it's described as a dewy finish, but it's not as dewy as I thought it was gonna be, which I personally am happy about. When I think of dewy, I think of like radiant, greasy looking. That's how I think of it. I'm not a big fan of a dewy finish. It's pretty. I like it. It's just not, I don't know if I love it more than the Rare Beauty one. We're gonna do that. I'm just go right there. I'm gonna do a little bit right here because that's what they did, and a little bit on the nose. I'm just gonna do it there and then I'll pull the rest of it up. Let's do this first. I think I did a little too much there. It's okay. If you do that, it's fine. Remember, go underneath, don't go on top of there if you're trying to slim out your jawline. And then if you did too much, just again, take your foundation brush. No excess product. If you want to really cover that up, then put a little bit more foundation on there. It's really easy to cover up if you make any mistakes. Okay, let's blend out the other parts. And just blending that will give you like a natural lifted look there. And then we'll do the nose. I'm going to use this Smith brush, and this is the 124 brush. Smith are Japanese natural brushes, just so you guys know that. I haven't been using Smith brushes in a long time just because I found other Japanese brushes that I liked a little bit more. This one's good for the nose and even for like right here. And if you really want a nice structured contour, you can do it that way. We are gonna use this as we normally do. So I'm gonna use my Sephora number 57 brush. You guys know this brush is my favorite. I would definitely recommend picking this up during the sale. You can use this with any contour product. Because I don't want it to go all over the place, I'm gonna go brush to contour stick like that. I'm gonna take it off of the back of my hand first. And we're just gonna pull that in as my eyeshadow contour. This is just contouring your eyes, getting it ready for the shadow. It's really pretty. I just don't know how it's gonna be on more textured skin. That's my only concern. I need to continue playing with it. Let's just take a little bit onto my favorite Hourglass brush. This is the Ambient Soft Glow brush. This is my favorite brush for contouring. I don't typically like to do this only because typically what I like to do is just take it on the back of my hand like that, because going like this, you are gonna ruin those bristles. So I like to do it, but you're wasting product, so just be mindful of that. But this allows me to really get the bristles evenly distributed. Then I can go in and go like this. So I like this brush better for application. I think this is a better foundation brush in my opinion. But I was trying to do what they did on the video. Yeah, that's better. That's better for me. I like this brush much better. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's go back in with the foundation brush. Again, nothing extra, just blending things out, and then I'm gonna set this down. I think this is gonna be really good because most of the time I cover up my contour anyway with powder. I'm blurring it out with powder, and then I do powder contour on top of that. So I think for me, it's gonna work out. But if you're just doing this and you don't wanna set it down at all, you have to be mindful of the fact that this type of finish can, even this one a little bit, can deliver a little texture there. Most liquid products, they say blurring, but just keep in mind it's liquid. It's not gonna blur like a powder would. A powder is going to blur your skin. Oh, let's do some blush. This is a mess right here, but that's where we are. So this is a very pigmented blush. This is from Caliray, and this is the Blurry Blush in the color Zen. So you can go directly to the cheek with this one. I like to do off the back of my hand. Just for me, it gives me more leeway with the product. And then I just kind of blend it with my finger, and then I can just kind of tap, 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 tap if I want. Or I can use a brush, however I want to do it. And then I'll just take, I love this one for, I've worn this on a very humid run in the summer, and it's just beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's use this Yummy brush from Denona. We're gonna take the remainder off of that and then pop that right there. I think this brush is still available on Sephora, pretty sure. I think it was out of stock for a while, but I'll put the link there or down below. When you guys utilize my YouTube affiliate links for Sephora and Ulta, it is a better affiliate for me through YouTube, if you guys don't mind, for Sephora and Ulta. Just going around. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I'll show you guys how you guys can utilize those YouTube affiliate links in case you're like, Kristi, I don't know what you mean by that. You'll just, right below my name, you're gonna, in the description area, I'll point it right there. You're just gonna hit more to draw that thing down. I have all the links that you can click on there, but you can go right there and you'll see the little picture icons. And when you click that picture icon, it will take you to Sephora. It's also, if you're watching on your phone, it's usually on the corner of the screen. You can click that link there too. So however you want to do it. I like to watch YouTube on my desktop. So I can just use my mouse and click the link that way too. So however you want to do it, but that really does help me out. And whatever you guys buy during the sale, you don't have to buy any of these products if you don't want to. I like some of these, I really recommend them, but if you're like, Kristi, I have what I need and want, and I don't want to spend a lot, whatever you buy at Sephora doesn't matter as long as you utilize my link. It really does help a smaller channel like mine, because as I mentioned in previous videos, I just don't get a lot from YouTube. I spend more than I make on YouTube for just general, for the ad revenues, because I am a smaller channel and I don't get the views that bigger channels get. So I rely heavily to keep myself going with my affiliate link. And it doesn't cost you guys anything extra if you're already buying stuff. It just helps me out. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you're like, Kristi, I'm on a no spending spree right now, which I completely understand, then liking the video, hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel, and commenting below, even if it's just an emoji, that stuff really helps my channel out as well, because then it shows YouTube that people are interested in my videos and they'll push it up through the algorithm, as well as sharing the video, sharing it with your family and friends, and spreading the word on my channel. I put a lot of effort and time into my editing, and I have purchased very expensive editing equipment to be able to do that and provide really good videos for you guys. And that all costed me money. So just being able to spread the word out and get more subscribers will help me with the views and, you know, being able to increase my revenue on YouTube. So just kind of explaining to you guys the method to a lot of this madness. All right, I am going to use my one size powder because I just picked up a new one. I used my points for this. I couldn't wait for the sale. I'm like, I need some more powder. So I am going to take my Stands Out Beauty Puff. I've been really liking this puff, you guys. I need to get like a backup one of this. I only have one. I like my Makeup Forever one still, but I just really like this. And I just like to take that like that. I don't want too much there. And then I'm just gonna set that down. And this is the magic of blurring. That's where you start to see the blur in things. And yes, it's lighter than my skin tone because I like that. I like that brightening effect. If you want something darker or to blend more, then go with more your natural. But I personally like this because it lifts me up. And this has a rosy undertone. I love this undertone. It just, for me, this is like the perfect. One size is a little tricky. I mean, probably in most cases I would go more neutral, but for some reason their rosy undertones are neutral with one size. It runs very orange, but this is an amazing formula. And I really can't set my under eyes with anything else and love it. I use my Chantecaille, probably the Chantecaille one would be next though, but I still use the Chantecaille because it gives even more of a blurring effect and a little bit more brightening. And that's also more of a cooler undertone, the one I use, which we'll use in just a second. But really, this is magnetizing to the thing because it magnetizes my Ilios mirror that you guys know I love. But that's all the powder we're gonna use. We're not gonna use a ton of that one size, just a little bit. It was just whatever's left over on that. But do you see, that's where the blurring occurs. And then check out this blurring. Now this is not available at Sephora, but you guys know I can't live without my Chantecaille petal powder. Can't live without it. All right, let's do my brush from Surratt. You guys know this is my favorite brush to set the under eye area. Just taking a little bit of that excess. Now, a brush like this is barely going to distribute product, barely, but it blurs to perfection. Do you see that? There just really isn't anything better than that. That's when the blurring occurs. For me, in my opinion, you can say, I don't believe you, Kristi, that's fine. A powder is going to blur more than anything else. The right powders, not the wrong powders. The right powders are going to blur. I have tried many drugstore, from the popular Maybelline Fit Me's to all of those popular drugstore ones, and nothing compares to these powders. Nothing. And I would rather spend a little bit more money on a powder like this that's going to, yes, cost me a lot in the beginning, but this is gonna last me forever. And it has a long shelf life. You can utilize this for a long time. And I would rather invest, for me, because powders for me are the most important part of my makeup routine. So for me, that's extremely important. You just gotta find your method, what works for you. Maybe this is just way too many powders and you're like, Kristi, I can't do that for my face, then don't do that. Just figure out what works best for you. This is just what works best for me, and I know some of you are the same way. All right, I'm gonna go into my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is the medium powder. And again, do what works best for you. This is what works for me. I'm gonna put the mirror there so I don't drop it. And I'm actually just gonna use, now that things are, no, it's still a little tacky there. See, so it's still a little tacky on the sides. I'm gonna take my Sephora puff. Now, I really like this puff. My only issue with this puff is it didn't wash as good as my Makeup Forever ones, but this is a good puff. I'm just going into the Charlotte Tilbury. I always go off the back of my hand so I don't deliver, or palm, because that's all dirty, usually the back of my hand, but so that it doesn't. But I really like this powder puff, by the way. Sorry, distracted. Really, really like it. I want to thank you guys for all the love that you have been showing me. I just can't even begin to tell you. Trisha is my little angel mama. Hi Trisha, love my little Trisha. I love all my Glamfam sisters. Kathy, I have like new Glamfam moms on this channel. So Heather, one of our Glamfam sisters, introduced this video, one of my videos, to her mom, Kathy. Hi Kathy. And they now watch all the time and they're so supportive, both of them. But Kathy and Trisha are like my glam moms. I mean, just truly, like, it's gonna get me choked up. Like, I can't even tell you guys how special that is. It's like I lost my mom, but I gained all these other amazing moms. So, okay, get yourself together. You just set everything down. We're gonna try to do that. And I want to say happy belated Mother's Day to my UK Glamfam moms out there. Mums. And just so you guys know, that Caliray now until, I'll put the dates right there, I think the end of April, they're giving away a free sample, a vial of the, or like a sample size vial of the Professional Serum. Oh my God, you guys. And that'd be great for like traveling and stuff like that. But it's so tiny and petite, it's easy to travel with. But you guys, that is just my secret holy grail skincare. If you had to take away all my skincare products, I could not live without that product. It is so good. It has transformed the texture of my skin. But looking good. I didn't have anything extra. I'm just taking my brush and just kind of swiping away excess powder. But beautiful, just beautiful. See, now that you can see the contour there, now I feel like it's blurring, but at first glance for me, I don't know if I loved it as much. So, but now I like it. Now it's nice. So I'm gonna set it down with my Grwm powder from Surat. You guys know. If you know, you know. This is my favorite. Can we get a brush now? I just washed my brushes, some of them. All right. If you guys haven't checked out, I did do how I clean my brushes, so you can check that out. I can't use any other contour powder. This is just the best for me. I need this for this side. Just setting that down. And for me, Surat gives the most blurring contour. Like most days, I don't even do a cream contour. I just do my Surat. It's just easy and quick. And you always get 15% off. I'll put the QR code for Surat right there. You always get 15% off with my code Kristi15 at checkout. So love that. And you guys know most of my brushes are either Refer or BK Beauty or Surat. Those are my main brushes, but really pretty. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Look at how beautiful that color corrector is. Holy moly guacamole. All right, so for bronzer today, we are going to utilize the new Polite Society Blurring Bronzer. This is talc free. I just did the full review and I showed you guys all the details, but I didn't, I showed you the swatch of Palm Royale, but I haven't actually showed you guys the color on demoing it. So this is the Chikuhodo T3 brush. All right, that is what it looks like. My favorite bronzer brush. Let's see here. Ooh, let's check it out. It's gonna be hard to tell because I have the contour on, but oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I like that color. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this one or the original one, Club Tropicana, that I did last week, but yeah. Wow. I like that. Yep, I like this color tone. For me personally, I just like the more redder undertones for bronzers, and perfect. I'm glad I switched that out. It looks so aggressive and dark in the pan, and I thought I was a little scared of that because I am more light to medium skin tone with my self tan on, and I was scared, but it's such a buildable formula that you don't have to worry about that, and it has a nice blurring effect, which I really love this formula. It's so good. All right, let's do some eyeshadow real quick. I think I'm just gonna speed through this, but you guys know what I typically do. So I am gonna use this palette. We're gonna start off with this shade. I hope these are in the right place. I think this is Flesh. I don't think sometimes I interchange. Hopefully that's the right shade. Now I'm gonna pop into that shade Aria. BK Beauty A502, and we're gonna go into that shade Sandstone. I love this palette so much. BK Beauty A504, we're gonna go into that shade Log, that really dark brown. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a video than I anticipated. All right, gonna use my, where is she at? Makeup Forever Very Dark Dimensional Brown on the lower lash line. Highly recommend this for the Sephora sale if you like more of those darker browns underneath. This is my go-to eyeliner. I just love it so much. We're gonna go into the middle shade, Teak, that shade right there. We're gonna use that one underneath that darker brown. I love it. All right, R101, What's Up Beauty. We're gonna go into that first transition shade or second transition shade we used, just like that. I'm gonna take this shade and I'm gonna go on the eyelid because yellow. That's beautiful. I don't think I did that in the look I did last time, so I can't remember what I did. I probably did something similar because I'm a creature of habit and I know the shades I typically reach for. Rougher number 2 brush. We're gonna go back into that shade. Going in with Sandstone and Teak onto the BK Beauty A502. You guys know I like to mix. Mixing the two will transition better. So I know some of you, I talked about that in a previous video, and a lot of you liked that technique that I do. Something I just did myself because I have been liking that. I just found that it kind of blends things together on its own. What's Up Beauty, again, going into that shade Flesh. I'm gonna mix that with Aria. Let's go in with that shade Alchemist. No, let's do Nubia. Let's do Nubia. We're gonna stick to kind of more neutral warm. How pretty is this palette? This is probably my favorite Natasha Denona palette. I would have to say out of all of them. I like that I Need a Warm too, but I really like this palette. It's just, I mean, hello, it's gold. Let's start off with that. Right down the center. Just using a brush now, same color. Yeah. Oof, so pretty. All right, now let's go in with some powdered blush. Let's do my Tom Ford because we just know we love my Tom Ford. And this is one I just really, this is explicit flush. Let's do Sun Drunk because I really do like this shade, and it's available at Sephora. I highly recommend picking up these luxury brands during the Sephora sale because you do not get luxury brand discounts anywhere else but Sephora. So that's what I love about this. So I'm going to use this BDHD. This is the Bdellium Tools 968. This is very similar to the Smashbox one I always use as far as quality goes. And I like this type of brush head for applying blush. For me, it just is, it works. All right, I'm gonna go in and pop that. Yeah, this is just like the Smashbox, and at least this one's available where the other one wasn't. So I had to stop using that one on camera. I've got to stop using that one on camera unless I forget, because I don't like to use stuff that's not available for you guys. I mean, this is just like the most blurring, satisfying blush, long wearing, super long wearing. I cannot recommend a better blush formula than this. I would say Surratt would come second to this, but it's just fantastico. Love it. Looks so pretty with Zen too. That's a good combo. Yeah, and I really like this brush. Really, really like this brush. I think you can get this Bdellium brushes at Walmart too. So if I see the Walmart link, I'll let you guys know. I'll put it right. I'll put the link right there. They sell it because Walmart's an affiliate on YouTube. But I remember seeing them on Walmart as well. All right, gonna take my Surratt face brush, and this is the Sweet Beauty Miracle Powder. You guys know this powder is just, can't live without it. Now I have the Sweet Beauty foundation coming in PR. I'm so excited to test that out in a video. So that's like the second glass skin foundation that is like award winning. I cannot wait because you guys know I'm a huge fan of that brand, and it's clean beauty too. I hope they come out with a bronzer. I mean, filter, hello filter on my face. It's just the combination too. Maybe it's the combination of this and that Surratt brush, but it literally makes my skin look like I have a filter on my face. It's unreal, unreal. Sorry, not available at Sephora though. All right, I think that's it as far as, I need to pop some, let's do some mascara first, and then I'll do the highlighter in a second. I might wrap up things, pop on some lashes, and then come back and do the lip and all that and the highlighter. So let's put some mascara on first before I turn off the camera and put lashes on. I'm trying to make sure my time on my card is still good. So let's curl my lashes first. That would be helpful. Let's see. I'm gonna use my almond eyes. This is the Ulta Almond Eye Eyelash Curler, designed for almond eyes, and I have to say it's fantastico. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. I'm gonna show you guys what the mascara looks like without lashes, and then you guys can see what it looks like with the lashes. So come hell or high water, I love this name, Caliray. Okay, here we go. This is a tubing mascara, just so you guys know that. Yeah, that's really nice. I like it. Sigma E40, and I'm just gonna blend things out and do my brows off camera because it's just too hard for me. All right, Glamfam, so I popped on my Amy June Lizette lashes. You guys, I am obsessed with these lashes. They are my favorite lashes. They're my holy grail. They're so incredibly comfortable, but they look glamorous, yet not too much, in my opinion. But I really love the way this look turned out, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm really obsessed with this look. I have to say the foundation doesn't last as long as my NARS one. I do see some creasing there for me personally, but I still love this foundation so much. So let's go over some of the things that I did off camera, and I filmed a lot of that stuff without voice because I wanted to use it for shorts and reels. But I did end up going in with obviously the Amy June lashes to top off the eyeshadow look. I did pop in a little bit of the Elephant from Chantecaille. You guys know these shimmers to me just cannot be beat. They are just so good. I mean, so good. And you can see I just put a little bit on the eyelids. I literally am obsessed with that product so much. And then I also went in with my lip products. So I did start off the look just because I wanted to film this, and I told you guys I would show you what this color looked like. You guys know I am such a huge fan. I know this is not at Sephora, of Polite Society's lip plumpers. I think they're the best lip plumpers on the market. And I have OG and Sweet Mouth, which I love those colors so much. I just actually restocked and bought those myself. And then I picked up the brand new shade. This is what I've been wanting. This is the shimmer shade. And I wanted to show you guys what that looked like on its own, which most of you will see in a short if you haven't already. But it's really beautiful even on its own for just a natural lip look, but with just a little bit extra, which is what I wanted. So pretty. I'll probably mix that with Sweet Mouth. Sweet Mouth has a little bit more pinky undertones. It's going to drop in a little bit more pigment. So I'll probably use that on top of that and just try that in another video and off camera, but obsessed with that formula. So I took that off, and then I went in with the Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever. I use that all the time. Every time I do any look, off camera, on camera, I always have that on. And just use it as like a little bit of a contour, blend it in with my finger, and it just kind of pouts the lip a little bit more. It gives me a little bit more control than what you would do with like you can use the contour stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I would just be mindful. This has actually a nice little edge to it, but the Rare Beauty one's too hard to do that. You have to use a brush, but you could do that with that contour stick as well. But I just like the Limitless Brown. It just lasts all day too. And then I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Hazelnut Lip Liner, but it wasn't sharpened. And I wanted to recommend this during the sale. This is the Pat McGrath. This is literally the best sharpener you'll ever get your hands on. And it used to come in her little packs, and you would get it when you bought a lip liner or eyeliner. And I would collect them because they were so good, and I couldn't find a sharpener better than that sharpener. Usually like the ones that come with a product are generic, but it was literally the best sharpener. So I was so happy when she came out with one that you can actually purchase. And you used to be able to get this at Sephora. I'm pretty sure you still can, but you can also get it on the Pat McGrath website. It is literally the best sharpener. I mean, within like a second, this was perfectly sharpened. So I did go in with that lip liner and just outline the lips. And then I also picked up, when I picked up the contour stick, you guys know I'm such a fan of these lip velvets. It's my favorite lipstick ever made. And I don't typically like liquid lipsticks, but for some reason, this just blurs all the imperfections on your lips. And I know I stated earlier that liquids don't typically blur things, but for some reason, this does some blurring magic on your lips. And Peachy Nude is still my favorite color, but I do like this shade, and this is called Pink Sand, and I really like this color. I just don't know if I love it as much as Pure Hollywood and Peachy Nude, but it is still really pretty, as you guys can see. Once you like use your finger, that's when you start seeing the blurring magic with this product. It really is. There's not really much out there that just compares to how amazing that formula is, and it lasts all day. And then I went in with my favorite lip gloss color, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is in the shade, and I've repurchased this over and over and over again. This is Honey Kiss. You guys know, if you're a Glamfam sister, you know this is my OG. This is my favorite. And I love this formula with ABH. And all of these ABH products I bought myself, just so you guys know that. I mean, that's how amazing. If I continually repurchase things, that's the stuff I like to recommend during the Sephora sale, because I know they're tried and trues for me. Amazing, amazing color. Just makes my lips look juicy and plump without having a plumper. I did go in with my Hourglass Ambient Volume 3 palette. You guys know I like to finish off all my looks, and most of the time I've been doing it off camera, but I always use this product no matter what, even if I don't show you guys, but I was showing you for a long time how I use this. It's a finishing powder for darker skin, but I like it as more of a bronzed effect. But what it does is it kind of blends in my blush and bronzers all together. Obsessed with that product. You can buy those shades individually, but I just like that trio because I like to even use that as eyeshadow sometimes too. So it just mixes everything together, which I'm obsessed with. And then I went in with a highlighter from ABH, and this is the Glow Seeker highlighter in shade Ethereal. Again, love the other one. It's more of a yellow gold. This is more of a neutral shade. It's just beautiful. And I'm using the AA01 brush from Refer, the Alexandra Enel brush, and I am obsessed. This brush works really well with this formula. It's a mix of synthetic and natural Japanese fibers. So it just for some reason picks up this product really beautifully, and it just looks magical on the skin. It's a lot of glow. I mean, this is a glow. I mean, it's really the name, Glow Seeker. You have to be one to really want that Va-Va-Voom highlighter. If you don't want that Va-Va-Voom highlighter, I still love my Tom Ford one. I highly recommend. This is probably my #1 highlighter just because I can use this for every day, but I can also build it up into something really special. And this is in the shade Nude Sand. I just went over this. I just applied it in a different video. I'll find that footage and show it to you right there. Really gorgeous highlighter. I highly recommend. Again, these are the type of products you want to pick up during the sale. You can get a lot of ABH products during the year, just, you know, random sales and stuff like that. So don't ever feel like, oh my God, if I miss it during the Sephora sale, I'm not going to be able to get it, because you can do that. But Tom Ford rarely goes on sale. So this is the time to pick up. For me, that's when I like to utilize my Sephora sale items on, or if I have like a credit card, Sephora credit card, I have a Sephora credit card rewards, I'll apply it to stuff like this because I am obsessed with the blush and highlighter. By far my #1 highlighters ever made. I like the Rare Beauty and I like the Gucci highlighter, especially like the Gucci Lilac one. That's probably my favorite, the more purple toned one, and purple highlighters are the rage for 2025, but that's one of my favorites as far as the purple. And then this will always be a tried and true, the Rare Beauty one. So those are my recommendations for highlighters. Again, we're not going to go too far into recommendations. You guys see my videos every week. You can go through my Sephora playlist, which I will show you guys. You can click on that playlist, and that's all of basically all the products that I truly love and recommend, especially like hair stuff with like Dyson. I love my Dyson Airwrap. Probably my air straightener is the one I utilize the most, but I do love my Dyson Airwrap as well. And I did use the round brush to kind of bevel my hair to my my clip-in extensions. I beveled those in with the large one, the brand new one. So I still need to put out that footage, you guys. I haven't done that. So I did record that. I don't know if they have the big round brush at Sephora yet. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, those are my top hair products, and so you guys can check that out. But I want to stick to the makeup for today, and this is the Anastasia Shimmer Body Oil. I use this a lot off camera. I either use this one or the Tom Ford Soleil one, and I love them both equally. They're so pretty. I've just tried on the Honest, because we did a lot of Anastasia products. I thought we'll just do that. And I bought this a long time ago, and it's still holding on really strong. It's a really beautiful yellow gold. It has this gorgeous like tropical smell to it. It's really pretty, but the Tom Ford one is my absolute favorite because I just love that smell. I eventually want that perfume. It smells so good. Baccarat is my favorite perfume. That's my go-to perfume, but I do love the Tom Ford one as well. It's just so pretty, and that glow, thanks to my sissy. My sissy bought that for me. Those are my two favorite shimmer products. I've tried the Patrick Ta ones. They are really good. I have them, but those are the two I reach for the most, the ones I like the most, I should say. So anyway, that's it as far as all the products that I did. Oh, one other thing is I did spray my Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Setting Spray. I am obsessed with this stuff. This is by far my favorite setting spray ever made because it mattifies my skin a little bit where it makes it look blurred and perfected, but it still keeps that glow for some reason. As you guys can see right there, the first pump was a little sporadic, but after that, it's been the most perfect mist. I am obsessed with this. I bought this at Ulta when they were doing the buy one, get one free for travel sizes, no matter what luxury or drugstore. And so I'm so glad I did that. I wish I would have bought 2 more because my goodness, that is so incredibly good. And it just makes that highlighter pop even more. I applied a little bit of the highlighter on top of that. Put a little fan on there. I gave you guys a little fan action there. So I think that was all I did off camera. If I remember anything, I'll pop it up right there. And then I love, this is my favorite brow gel. It's really the only brow gel I reach for. And this is the tinted brow gel. It's not the new one, but the tinted old school Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. And that's in blonde. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is by far the best blonde ever made. It kind of highlights my brows. It gives the perfect blonde to my brows to really go with my platinum blonde hair. And I just love that formula. It creates these beautiful fibers in the brow, and I just can't love anything else more than that. It's just that good. That's really nice. So I'll show you guys what this is all gonna look like outside. I'll give you guys an outside version of this because I do need to go out and run some errands today. So I'll show you some outdoor footage there. Let's wrap things up here. I gave you guys a lot of what I recommend at Sephora. For some more hair products, I'll put it in the Sephora sale Shop My, so you can scan that QR code and that will take you to this page right there, and that is going to be all of my tops for recommendations. I do need to stock up on my Davines. So Davines purple shampoo, I love the Davine. I actually want to get the shampoo, regular shampoo and conditioner too. I am obsessed with that brand. I got it at my hair salon and I just can't stop using it. And I know it's been around a long time, especially with hairdressers and salons, and I am obsessed with it. It's almost been a year and I'm still getting through it. So I do need to replace that. So I probably will be picking that up in the sale. And then my Oribe hair oil. But all my other recommendations I will have right there. Thank you guys so much in advance if you decide to utilize my link. Again, that really helps support my channel. All right, you guys, that's it. We're gonna wrap it up now. That was a lot. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, you are a true Glamfam sister, and I just love you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you to all of you that joined me today and took the time to watch this video. And if you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join our beautiful Glam fam. We're here every week and we just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Again, when you guys hit the like button and say hello, it really does help my videos out when you like, share, and comment. All those things just really help support my channel. You can join me during the week. I do upload shorts. I haven't been as consistent lately, but I'm gonna get better at those. And I'm also over on Instagram, and I'd love to be friends and have you guys follow me over there. You can check out my website, KristiAllure.com, all of my Amazon favorites, my nails, all of my blog information is on there, all the affiliate links, my entire skincare routine from AM to PM is all illustrated on there. You can scan that QR code right there, and that's going to take you to my Shop My page. And again, everything I mentioned in this video I have on, and everything else is going to be on there, the video link. And I will also have that in the description box, but you can also check out all of my favorite foundations, bronzers, fashion picks, all of that good stuff, all my top skincare, all of that is on that page. So if you're like, ooh, what's her favorite eyeshadow palettes for Sephora? You can go on to my top eyeshadow palettes, click that, and that's all of my favorites right there. So that's another way to do that. So thank you guys. Again, utilizing my affiliate links really does help support my channel. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.